Okay. All right. Just decided to do this live. Started to do a live stream. I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing. All I'm doing is I'm just going through my old videos and editing editing the descriptions. Could I possibly? No, that's not how that works. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. So we're just gonna I kind of wanted to keep this like this, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't care. We'll keep it like this. So, yeah, so, so it's not, can I see it like here? Or do I have to go all the way like, we'll just start here. So, got all these tabs open, doesn't matter. So as you can see, restrictions, none, no restrictions. No restrictions. So where are we at? Gambling Boogeyman, no restrictions. I guess for the sake of this live stream, we'll do these one at a time. And then maybe I can, then, there we go. So let's see. Restrictions, none. Edit details. Get rid of that. Okay, that's good. Those links are good. Not broken in this one. Save. Okay, excellent. Back to channel content. Let's see. Restrictions, none. Let's edit details. Let's get rid of this. These links aren't broken in this one. Why is it in 3 playlists? Okay, that's why. And save. Alrighty. Back to content. Yeah, this one. So let's. No restrictions. Yeah, no restrictions. I guess it would show the restrictions here, so that's something. So yeah, don't need a description there. Let's yeah, sure, why not? Yep, that was me from however many years ago that is. Is that in the right playlist? That in vlogs? Yes, it is. Save. Hello. Hello. Yeah, okay, that one's done. Anything happened yet? Nope. And I'm expecting maybe nothing will until I get down here to, like, Resident Evil. Resident Evil's for some reason, Resident Evil is just a problem. Resident Evil, Call of Duty, I've been having issues with that, so let's move on. Update, does it have a description? No. Is it in the right playlist? Yes. Some of these I won't have to do anything with. Do I want to stick with that thumbnail? No. I kind of like that one more, actually, like, legitimately. Okay, there we go. And save, changes saved. Go back. My phone will probably notify me before I notice it here if any of these get age restricted, but we're just seeing. Because I want to do this. I want to get rid of this. Because this isn't real anymore. I don't use that. And then in some of the videos, this link is broken, so I need to fix it. Which I need to go ahead because I think I lost my copy, so I need to copy that now. So yeah, that's good, and save. Alright, and go back. And then, this is Call of Duty related, so this might get age restricted, who knows. Restrictions, none. Edit. Get out of here. Link's good. And a save. Alright, cool. Back. And Best of Until Dawn. Yep. Gotta get rid of that. It's not real. Links aren't broken. Save. I'd hate for Best of Until Dawn to get age restricted, but whatever. We gotta risk all of these. We gotta risk every single video on this channel to make a point. I think I already did this one in like a test. Yeah, this one's good. I think they did age restrict this one, and then they reversed their decision. I don't know. There's a. Oh man, is it? Can I still edit the description? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's a video I made where this stuff happened to me in like real time. Visceration. Be surprised if this one doesn't get age restricted. So let's see. Get rid of that. Links aren't broken. Why are you in 4 playlists? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's all good. And save. Game of Hero. Why does that? I have no idea what the file names for some of these were, because like I said, this is all from like 2019. This is all from like freaking 2019. Do I have the sound for everything turned up on my phone all the way? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. So let's see. Constantine 2. Those links aren't broken. I can see that there. Get rid of this Twitter link and save. There we go. That one's boring. It's Constantine.mp4. Alright. Let's see. Crash Bandicoot 1 trial and error. This was a good one. I'd hate for this to get age restricted, but whatever. At least it's happening to videos from 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, 7 years ago. That's what I thought. Alright, so that one's good. That one's done. So far, so good. No spontaneous age restrictions. And we're at Call of Duty episode 12, and I will show really quick that this did literally just happen to me. You can see here, March 17th, 2026. So, today, at 12:37, your content, gun games, COD multiplayer, episode 11, may not be appropriate for all audiences, so we've replaced an age restriction on it. And literally all I did was what I'm doing here. And so I appealed that, and then at 1:02, they were like, after reviewing your content, we've determined that gun games, COD multiplayer, episode 11, should continue to be age restricted. Which, it's like, you didn't fucking review that. And how dare you lie to my metaphorical face and tell me that you did. Alright, so I think we're here. Alright, that link's not broken. That link is gonzo. And save. Save. Alright. Still good. Now I'm here trying to prove a point. They won't do it. So let's see. There's nothing here. Oh. Did I do this one? I don't know. Some of these that I've been going through, the Twitter link has been mysteriously absent, and I don't know why. Obviously, because I would have had to have already done them. Failure for 800, Alex. God, I hope that the Talking Super Jeopardy series is hilarious. One of my favorites. So I hope this one doesn't get age restricted. Probably should, but why not? All right, we're still rocking and rolling, but I wanted to do this live so that there will be just a record if it happens to any others, so that there will be a record of it happening, like, in real time. All right, Jump Force. Why can't Weeb be friends? Really funny title. All right, Pest Control. Constantine Part 3. Links aren't broken. Get rid of that. And good. Constantine _3. That one's boring. Anything happen? No, not yet. Good. Let's see. Talking Super Jeopardy Part 2. Links aren't broken. I think the links were only broken for like a really short amount of time before I caught it and fixed it, but I never went back and fixed the broken links. And technically there were some that don't link back to the Xanity channel. They link to Practical Nonsense for some reason, and I don't know why. And Practical Nonsense was another channel that I had that I don't really use anymore. It was my original channel. I uploaded a lot of stuff on that, and I stopped using it when I switched to Xanity full time. And then in 2020, so it's just weird why I didn't know it was like back in here, because there's some that are back in here. I think that I didn't realize until after I moved on, because it's like, oh, the link's not broken. Then I realized it was a different link than the one I needed, and I clicked it, and it took me to the other channel. And like in 2020, because that's one of the things that everybody did in 2020. Me, my cousin Jane, and friend Josh were like, let's try a podcast. We got this here Anchor thing that I've heard about. So getting your podcast on platforms like Spotify is easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we did that. It's really short lived. And since we had that channel already, we're like, let's upload the thing. Let's upload the audio and stuff here as well. I just opened that in like another tab like an idiot. And link's not broken. You gotta remember to check for that. 7DDD, yeah. King DDD. And, yeah, so for some reason it was linking to that, and, I'm gonna go back and check that again. Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah, so this episode is titled Bad Jokes, and I think there's, like, some joke that James or I1 made. I don't actually remember who that got cut out or censored. And the thing is, normally I can remember this stuff. I can't remember what the joke actually was. Oh, wait, no. Cancel. Save. I can't remember what the joke actually was. That's something else that I guess this live stream is going to be. It's just going to be like just a record on if any of these get age restricted while I'm doing this. Because, we can go, yeah, so this one's been age restricted because of this, so you just get a record of the ones that have been age restricted. This one's been age restricted because of it, already, because I was really testing it, like, because I made a video already about this, like, 6 months ago, and, I think this is one of the ones I tested, and it got age restricted because of it, so this has been age restricted because of it. Were there any other in here? No, but I know there's a couple others. We'll go back and take a look really quick. Again, weirdly, mostly Resident Evil. This one got age restricted because of it. This one got age restricted because of it. This one got age restricted because of it. And I thought there was like a Ty the Tasmanian. There were more than that got age restricted, but I got lucky on some of the like appeals. And the appeals got reversed, so that's why it seems like it's not that many. But even a few is like a big deal, especially since I don't understand what the catalyst is. Because it's not like I'm uploading like these videos new and it's being like, that's a paddling. No, these are from fucking 7 years ago. And I'm just I'm just editing the descriptions. That's literally all I'm doing. But in addition to this being like just a record of, okay, yeah, this actually just happened. Oh my god. Big surprise. It'll give me a chance to just kind of talk about the channel. Because I've been wanting to do that for a while. And I know nobody's going to watch it or ever see it, but at least this will be here now as a record for me to be like, just kind of like reminisce and be like, so like this was blah, 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 blah. Alright, so COD Zombies. See? Broken link. That's what I told you. For some reason, some of the links just ended up broken because I think I like reused details from a video where the link was broken, and like yeah, it's probably broken in like an earlier episode of Call of Duty Zombies, and there were a couple ones where I like reuse the details from that video, so I ended up with a couple series where the links were broken, and then I would just reuse the details from the video prior in the series, but the link was broken, so I didn't catch it until way later. But anyways, save. Changes saved on that one. Alright, so nope, gotta go down. Wheel Stunt Track Challenge. Yep, that's the next one. Alright, that link's good. But this has gotta go, because what the hell? Because I legitimately... That's a whole thing, because I stopped using that Twitter, but I was like, oh, I can just set up one just for, you know, the channel, and then start using that one. So I set up, and this was last year, so year of our Lord 2025, I made a new Twitter account, and that was like a whole thing. And because, you know, Elon Musk's stupid ass took over and made a bunch of sweeping changes that I guess I didn't realize that I had been grandfathered out of, so to speak, because my original account was so old. There was a bunch of stuff like restrictions on a brand new Twitter account that I guess I had, and I didn't realize until after I made the account, so I was like, oh, whatever. But there were a bunch of people like that I followed on my original Twitter that I'm getting rid of here, that were like, that I still wanted in my feed because it was like all specifically gaming related. There was someone I followed that was like a game collector, and he would post like stuff from his collection, like rare games and stuff, and you know, so there were a lot of other game collectors that would be in that space, and it was fun to interact with them. So I wanted to follow them on the new Twitter. So I just, like, because I'm an efficient person for the most part, I just made a big list of people that I needed to follow on the new Twitter before I made the new Twitter. And then when I made the new Twitter, oops, I went too far. I started, was this the one I just did? Yeah, I think this was the one I just did. Yeah, and then Liquor by Hertz already age restricted, so there's no point in going to that one. So I started following all the people on the new Twitter, and apparently I followed too many people too fast, because that account, like, in less than an hour after making the account, that account got suspended, and I've appealed it hundreds of times. I've done everything under the sun, and I've for 7 months I've gotten nothing but radio silence from the people over at Twitter who don't even exist. Like, let's be real, there's nobody working for fucking X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it anymore. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I already did this one in a previous video to try and see. For anyone joining me, I've been having issues where if I edit the descriptions on my videos, YouTube will age restrict them sometimes, even though the videos are fucking 7 years old. So I'm just going through and doing what I wanted to do 6 months ago live, so that I'll have a record if it happens. And I'm just kind of bullshitting while I'm doing it. But anyways, yeah, so like that account got like immediately suspended, and I've sent so many emails, I've like appealed the suspension so many times, and nothing. The radio silence, nobody will talk to me. And because my plan was to use that new account for the channel and finally delete the other one, because it's gone unused for a couple of years now. But I linked the two temporarily. I forgot why I did it. Like, I linked them somehow, and now I'm like, well, what will actually happen if I try to delete my main one? Because I still want to use the new one. It's a whole thing, and I can't even use the fucking email anymore because that email's tagged to the one that I wanted to use for the channel. It's a whole thing. The future is stupid. Technology is stupid. I'm getting old. I'm getting grumpy. It's a whole thing. Do I want that thumbnail? No, I want this. I want this thumbnail. That's the one I want. All right, is that in the right one? Is that in vlogs? Yes, it is. Okay, and we're saved. All right. Any of these get smacked down by the proverbial hand of God yet? No. Okay. Well, we're on a roll then. Still don't know why this video popped off. Actually, I know exactly why this video popped off. This video popped off because I named it Chocolate Man and put the thumbnail of the Axe Chocolate Man on here. And then inexplicably, a couple months later, Axe, the company, brought back the Chocolate Man. Like, they made a new Chocolate Man commercial because they brought back the Axe chocolate body spray. So people started searching for Axe Chocolate Man, and my video popped up in a bunch of people's searches, so it popped off for no reason. And that's just the nature of the algorithm. That's just how it happens sometimes, you know? You can never... Okay, that link's not broken. I gotta remember to look at the links and make sure they're not broken. You can never be sure when you're just gonna get lucky like that. And that was just one of the ones that got lucky. It's so stupid, because you can see 21, 28, 23... this one was cool, 119. All right, 7. Awesome. 62,000 for some fucking reason. You seem irritated. Feel better with the dumb shit I just sent you. I am irritated. I'm doing this because, like, I'm doing this live because I've been wanting to edit, like, fix a lot of the descriptions in older videos, but for some reason when I dare to touch them, YouTube will randomly age restrict some of them, like they did with this one. So I'm just doing it live, so there'll be a record of it. And as it in the middle of doing it live, I'm just bullshitting because I can. Let's see what we got. Oh, it just popped up. Open, damn it. All right, I'm gonna play this live. Is that a good idea? Before I play this live, is that a good idea? Fuck it, all in. I don't care. Actually, can I hang on a sec. bet I can. I don't know if this is a good idea. Actually, I bet it's a great idea. Oh my god. Can I go? Oh, I'm already in direct messages. I'm so fucking stupid. Copyrighted music. Wait. Well, here we go. Now we're, I need this. Yeah, I need it full screen is what I need. There we go. And we're back, babe. No, we're not back, baby. What the hell? Why is it not? Window capture. Oh my goodness, why? I just wanted to... Alright, whatever. Whatever. I love those videos. I don't know why it didn't work the way I wanted it to. Yeah, I see the stream is black. I've absolutely got window capture set to discord.exe, but it's like, no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed. Just circles. Circles all the way back around to just me hating technology and being old and grumpy. It's fine. I love those videos, though. The memes that involve music always get me. Always my favorites. I think I already tried this one in a previous video. I did. That's okay. Since nobody got to see, anybody that watches this in the future, it was I don't know what Call of Duty it was. I believe it was Call of Duty. I don't even know. I'm so out of touch with my first person shooters. But it was a freeze frame. Like 14 years ago, it would have been Roundabout, but it was a freeze frame on somebody about to get absolutely decimated with a rocket from like an RPG or something. And a fun little musical edit from Roxanne. You all know it. You all love it. Oh, man. Alright, link's not broken. Get rid of that. Save. Hooray. Did I really start to upload my first Minecraft video 7 years ago? That's ridiculous. Oh, man, if this gets age restricted, I'm going to be upset, because obviously anything with Mr. X in it is gold. Binging it late. Did you ever play the game Just Cause 2? So, funnily enough, I never played, like, I never got into Just Cause 2, but I spent, like, the double the game's, like, length watching my friend Josh play Just Cause 2. And it looks like the funnest game in the world, or at least the funniest. But for some reason, I just never bothered picking it up. And I don't know why. Even though I'm an adult with... Oh my god. Why would I want all of that highlighted? Stop. I'm an adult and could absolutely just go to the local used game shop and probably very quickly and easily find a copy of Just Cause 2 for my preferred platform. And then play Just Cause 2. I could probably just get it digitally even easier than that. But... yeah, no, Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 is a very fun looking game. It looks like it would be as much fun to play as it was to watch, and again, I just, for some reason, I think it was because when it came out, at least I feel like when it came out, I get my linear time fucked up sometimes. But first missions it makes you do. The free roam is honestly better than GTA 5. Yeah, it's in hindsight, GTA 5's free roam is kind of bland when you really stop and like take a look at it. But yeah, I think when Just Cause 2 came out, I don't think I had like... In fact, I'm almost certain I didn't have like a job. Or it's on Steam and there's a multiplayer mod for it, you say. How much? How much? Hang on. I pull up my Steam app. But yeah, I'm almost certain that I didn't have a job or a source of income. So if I wanted a video game, I had to ask, my parents. And once I started getting to teenage years, I got less and less bold about asking my dad for $60 to spend on a video game. Okay. No, oh my God! It's on sale for $1.49 right now, brother. We're buying Just Cause 2. Holy fuck! It's actually on sale for $1.49 right now. Oh my God! That's actually insane. Yeah, add that to cart, baby. That's ridiculous. Shit, Just Cause 3 was on sale too. How much was Just Cause 3? Just Cause 3 is $2.99. Is there any reason to not also get Just Cause 3? Oh, wait, yeah. Because Square Enix published it, and they're doing a Square Enix publisher sale. How is... I think serendipitous is the right term for that. Holy shit. What are the odds? Yeah, it's 97 cents. Why not? That's what I remember hearing when the game was like new, was that Just Cause 2 is more fun. The original Just Cause is a mixed on Steam, but it's also 97 cents, so I might as well round out the the collection. Might as well get the whole Just Cause series for $5.45. Why not? That's actually insane. Insane that they're all on sale right now. I don't have my card in here with me. All right, well, whatever. We'll keep it in the cart. I'll do that as soon as whenever I'm done with this. That's the most exciting thing that's happened to me all week so far. I have to check and see who else in my group has the Just Cause games on PC, and let them know that they're less than a movie ticket right now. All right, links aren't broken. Good. Can I go back, please? Thank you. It's got this bar up here constantly acting like it's trying to load, but I don't know what it could be trying to load. Everything is here. I'm just realizing as I'm doing this that I played through Resident Evil 7 quite a bit. When when me and my friend recorded Resident Evil 2. Greetings, hello. Once heard someone say Just Cause 4 is pretty good, but I didn't feel as fleshed out as 3. I read that, I realized I probably never played Just Cause 4. Oh my god, there is Just Cause. There was a fourth one. See, I completely forgot there was a Just Cause 4. So, don't even feel bad. I sat here in front of the entire world, the entire theoretical world, and said, I'm gonna get Just Cause 1, 2, and 3 and round out the series. And then I was reminded there's a Just Cause 4. Yeah, I was gonna say, when me and my friend recorded Resident Evil 2, that was the only time I played through the RE2 make. How did you get that crown? Let's see. Crown for top fans. I guess it's because he's a top fan. I don't know what determines that. Because if you scroll up, I think it's just maybe how much you like interact with chat, probably. I'm going to assume that's what it is. I don't know how that works. I don't know how any of that works. If you ask me, hey, Jacob, how does that work? I'll tell you I don't know. That's the one I just did, so I gotta do this one now. Link's not broken. I keep forgetting to check that. Big top enjoyer. So many. I think that's been okay. I was about to be like, there's so many ways I can interpret that. Thank you for clarifying. You were talking about the children's toy. Genuinely could have meant anything. No, for the love of God, I don't want to highlight all of that. I just want to get rid of Twitter, because using it makes me want to makes me want to sit in a corner and cry for the rest of my life. Why is that only in singularity? Oh my God, that should also be in this. All of the interpretations are true. Alright, I guess I gotta pay attention to the playlists again. That's the problem with having so many videos on your channel, is that sometimes you fuck up little things, like forgetting to put a video in a playlist that it should be in, and then you don't notice until 7 years later. Has it hit any of them yet? No? It's because I'm trying to prove a point. There's some YouTube space satellite that's watching me try and prove a point right now, so they're making extra careful sure that they don't age restrict any of my videos live, because then they might have to risk admitting that their system is even more broken now than it's ever been. To play Singularity, I played a little bit forever ago, but was too scary for me when I first played it. Singularity's really, really cool. It makes me sad to play it, because it's the last game that I'm pretty sure it's the last game that Raven Software made before they got locked in the Call of Duty mines. And that's really depressing, because Raven Software was legit. But Singularity was super cool, is super cool. There are areas where you can tell that they kind of had to cut some corners and rush it out. And I'm surprised that that Activision even like greenlit or published it, because I remember when we played through it for this video. There's actually a video in the series somewhere that is titled "Wait, a boss fight?" ? Because we hit. Okay, yeah, that's good. We hit a boss fight and we were like, "Wait, are we playing a game from the Xbox 360 PS3 era that's a first-person shooter and also published by Activision, and also there's a boss fight in it?" There's not just one boss fight. There's 2 boss fights at least. Yeah, Singularity is really cool. I would go so far as to call Singularity a hidden gem. If you do ever give it another go, you should absolutely pick somebody that's like the least versed, because it does have like some light horror elements, especially at like the beginning of the game. But you should pick somebody that's the least versed in both horror and first person shooters, and make them do a playthrough of it for LTP. That could be fun. Also, I meant to tell you like forever ago, like literally weeks ago, about and I guess now's as good a time as any, about the SCP multiplayer video. I hope you don't think that I'm sitting over here being like, all right, where is it? You said it'd be done by this time, and you don't have it done yet. Literally, if you never ever edit your footage, I will not be the least bit upset. So I hope you haven't been stressing about that, because I would feel very bad if you have. Oh, that would be legit. I would love to see Isaac play Singularity. Actually, that sounds like it'd be really cool. But yeah, no, 100% for realsies though. See, your comments are making me worry that you have been, and I was thinking I was worried that you were, and I'm here to say, please don't, please don't stress about that. All right, cool, good. Because at the risk of sounding weird, through all of the conversations we've had, I've picked up where I feel like we're you and I are similar in certain aspects, and because of that, I was worried that you might be like, oh fuck, I said that this would happen at this time and it didn't, and then you were just stressing to hell about it, because that's exactly what I would do, and I felt bad about that possibility because I was like, I felt inadvertently as though I were the cause, and I didn't want that to be a thing. So I meant to say something literally weeks ago about it. But good. I'm glad that it hasn't been fucking you up, because I'd feel really bad about that actually. Yeah, okay, that's good. Completely forgot that I played Tarzan for the PlayStation 1 at any point. The only time I remember that I played Tarzan for the PlayStation 1, 24/7 for the past 7 weeks. I didn't want to do anything but sleep and watch Taskmaster. And I'm only working one job again. I can edit regularly again. I I I feel that. I've been sick and has been sick for 3 weeks. I feel that as well. I absolutely feel that as well. I've had stints, not at my current job, and because currently I work at Walmart, and people like talk mad shit about Walmart, but and maybe it's just my mentality, but it's like it's a job. Job's a job, and it's not even like next video goes up for sure. I do not have a date. That's like I said, that's totally fine. But yeah, no, like a job's a job. It's I've had way worse jobs, and one of the things I like about it is I have a ton of flexibility actually, and it's really cool. And because it's big corporate, they during like the peak season, like holidays, like they'll dole it out left and right if you ask for it. But for the most part, like in the slow seasons, yeah, in the slow seasons, they're like, now don't you go getting overtime. You can hit exactly at your 40 hours, but don't you go above it. And while I would appreciate some overtime, I am also good with that because I spent a very long time having to work mandatory overtime, and that sucks, especially when you're not being compensated for it because you're salaried. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. That's uh having a workplace where everyone's just super chill is a good thing. People don't realize what what's the word I'm looking for? Like how much that could make having to go to work so much less stressful until they end up at a job where everyone's, even if like the job itself, like the act of performing the work sucks, if the people there are uh chill and decent, then it makes the job so much better. Hinges on customer satisfaction, so we're granted overtime like candy if it's needed. Yeah, like I like having the option of overtime, So that's why, like, during the holidays, if like, which is when you need extra money, I'm like, hey, can I come in on this day, or can I work a little bit earlier this day, or blah blah blah, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, absolutely, do this, this, and this. I'm like, all right, you got it, chief. But it's when it's like, hey, here's your contract. You have to work 50 hours every week. Yeah, okay. Which is a life I lived for many a year. And I didn't even hate the job I was at where like I was under that contract, but I didn't realize how much my like mental state and my like physical health hated me for what I was doing until I wasn't doing it anymore. So that's one of the things that I didn't realize I would like so much about being at Walmart is how much flexibility I have to. Yeah, yeah, it was a bummer. Like I said, I didn't even realize like how much it sucked until I didn't have to do it anymore. But even at Walmart, if you just do your job properly, then at least at my store, I don't get bothered. Everything's chill. And if something comes up and I'm just like, man, I am not in a good mental state today, that's why I saved up my PPTO. That's what that's for. Notify my manager I will not be here today, and I'm using PPTO, and they say, you got it, chief, and then we try again the next day. Which is also something that's like actually super new for me. On God, it's the first job I've ever worked where I could accrue paid time off and paid protected time off. So I was for the 7 weeks I worked 2 jobs. The paycheck was 100% worth it though. Yeah. Yeah, I vibe with that. It's feels fucked up to say because I'm generally not this kind of person. And like I said, I didn't hate my old job. And I certainly didn't hate like my boss or anything. We're still on great terms. I've known that guy for like 12 years. But it's like the number one thing that I miss isn't even like the people or anything. It's like, man, I love that paycheck. It's gone now though. But it's like, whatever. I can't take money with me when I die, so as long as I got enough for while I'm here, I guess that's all that matters. Any of these get smacked down by the hand of God yet? No, and they won't because I'm live streaming, and they know better. Is this in vlogs? Yes, it is. Is there a different thumbnail? No, we'll just leave it as is. I only ever worked 2 jobs briefly. I was working at Hardee's and I was assistant manager there. What do we got? Credit card paid off. $30 bike, 25. My next full-time check from Safeway. Financially stable again, like anything else. The feeling of being financially stable is wonderful. That is my main goal for this year. Which I got set back a little bit because I had on my truck. I knew that I had fucked up the what's the word? The alignment, because because in the town I live in, the way that I go to and from work, there's the turn lane is like, I don't know, like the median is like a small like speed bump basically. And coming back from work one night, I was like, all right, I have to use the bathroom like immediately. So I went to turn into the closest gas station. No, you're good, man. Yeah, I know. There's a delay because of what I have to have the fucking latency set to. But I was like, oh, cool, there's the closest gas station. And I went to whip into the closest gas station, completely forgot about the like little speed bump median, and definitely hit that thing going way too fast. And immediately knew, I was like, well, there goes me alignment, boys. And then when I, went to the gas station, came back out, started driving down the road, and I was like, yep, alignment's fucked. And when I finally took it in to get it, the alignment done, I found out that I also fucked up a bunch of stuff in the front end. So had to had to get that fixed, and the stuff I fucked up was also apparently destroying the tire on the inside where I couldn't see it. So I had to get new tires, get a bunch of stuff on the front end fixed, and then get the alignment. So that set me back a bit, but I'm still on track to pay off. I'll have this PC paid off by fall, and I'll have some loans for stuff I had to get done for the house paid off by summer. So that's my goal. That is my goal for this year is a climb out of debt. And so far this year has been better than last year, financially anyways. But so anyways, bike, like a bicycle or like a motorcycle. Like I just did this one. Why'd I click on this again? Like what kind of bike are we talking? Thanks, man. I like did I do this one yet? No, absolutely not. I'm getting distracted. Typing now. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm yeah. I've got a plan in place to get a lot of this debt paid off. The biggest one is which my credit card, I don't even keep it on me. I had to, like I said, dig it out for the stuff with the truck, but other than that one setback, I don't even keep it on me. It's locked up in a drawer. And literally all of the debt on that card is from fucking vehicles, or like 96% of it. So did I do this one? Yes, I did. Schwinn mountain bike. Okay. A local Walmart, actually. I went in looking for something to get to and from work. I saw it was on clearance. $80 or something. I asked for help for it down. It's missing its seat and seat post. $75 off. Nice. Which I haven't like had or rode a bike since I was in college, but Schwinn bikes are actually nice bikes, and if it didn't have the seat or seat post on it, then that's then you could get like a really nice comfortable seat, and you don't even got to worry about doing anything with the old one. That's a hell of a deal. That's similar to how I ended up getting my new couch. I wasn't even like, I went into, you see at the store, posted on Amazon for $10. Hell yeah, that is one hell of a deal. But I remember I ended up getting a new couch because I went into Big Lots before. Okay, I think I've clicked on these same 3 videos for like 6 times now, but we'll get there. Right before, it was like a year or so before the Big Lots here where I live closed, because Big Lots parent company or the company itself or something went through bankruptcy or whatever, and then a bunch of Big Lots closed, and mine also closed. You know, because I remember doing this one. What the hell am I doing? So mine also ended up closing, but about a year before it closed, I went into Big Lots because I liked to just pop into Big Lots like once every couple months. Usually look for like crazy like off-brand energy drinks that you could usually only ever find at Big Lots. And while I was in there, we saw this, because the couch we had was in rough shape. You sunk into it when you sat down. It was super old. I think it was like only slightly kitchen island turn computer desk. Nice. I think the couch that I originally had, it was my grandparents, and then it was my parents, and then my parents gave it to me when I first moved out. And that couch is only slightly younger, or it was only slightly younger than my birth. I remember the Uber monsters. Hell yeah. But yeah, the couch I originally had was only slightly younger than my birth. So, it had seen countless asses. You sank into it when you sat down. It was still comfortable, but the reclining on one of the, because it was like a reclining couch on two sides. One of them was like you had to basically force it open because it would get stuck. And then at one point, our dog, I don't know, he just randomly, I don't know if something outside scared him while we were gone, if he heard a noise or whatever. But he ended up our running theory was that one of his toys got stuck down in the cushions, and he wanted to get his toy out. But he ended up tearing up a third of the middle cushion. And it wasn't, and this couch was where it's all one piece, so it wasn't a removable cushion or whatever. And it just had a lot going against it. It was super old. So we did need a new couch, but when we went into Big Lots, we did not intend to purchase a new couch that day. But there was a couch that was almost the exact same size, as the lengthwise as the couch we had. Except that it wasn't supposed to be a standalone couch. It was very obviously shit, the couch. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. But anyways, we went in there and there was a couch that was very obviously originally a sectional, or one of the mini sectionals that had the three cushion couch. And then the long, I don't know what you call it, the long part that sticks off at the end. But something must have happened to the end part, because it wasn't there. There's just a spot on one half of this couch that doesn't have an armrest, because there's supposed to be another half that you push up against it to complete the sectional. So it was very obviously originally a sectional, but something happened to the other half of it. So they had this super comfortable, this couch is almost more comfortable than my bed. So they had this super comfortable couch in Big Lots, marked down from it was $700-800 is the sectional. They had that shit marked down for $250. So I was I talked to my wife and I was listen, I know we didn't come in here planning on spending any money, much less $250, but at that price, we're basically stealing this fucking couch. We're stupid if we don't buy it. So we ended up buying it. They held it for us. We had to drive back, get my truck, then go back, and I was well, I guess we're getting a new couch today. Right? Fucking $800 sectional. It's well, we lost the other half, so I guess mark that shit down for $250. And that's the couch we got now. And like I said, it is ridiculously comfortable. And because at first she was well, it doesn't have yeah, it was like I said, I told her, I was we're basically stealing this couch at that price. But at first she was well, it's only got the one armrest. I'm yeah, that's because it was supposed to be a sectional, but I was you're thinking inside the box. There's this one, you got one side of the couch that basically it's it looks like if you cut a couch in half, right? So one end is completely flat. I was you could put a table up next to it, and because you're looking at it where there's no armrest on one side as a negative. I'm looking at it as there's no armrest on one side to get in the way. You could push the recliner up against it, And now you've got, whether you're sitting on the couch or in the recliner, you've got the armrest of the recliner. You could push a table up against it, and like the armrest wouldn't get in your way. You could push a fucking ottoman up against it, and bam, now you've completed the sectional. I was like, this just gives us options. But yeah, I could not believe, literally just going into fucking Big Lots just on a whim one day. I could not believe that that they had that marked down for so much. Because you figure, I assume it had to have been there for like a while, because you figure something like that, given the circumstances, would have just been like half off. But no, that they were giving that shit away. The only downside to it was getting it home was a big pain in the ass, because I went and got ratchet straps to bring it home, because it was just, what the hell is going on with this one? Why is it so spaced out? So I went and bought ratchet straps because it to hold it down, because it was a little bit too long for my my truck. But I wasn't paying enough attention, and the ratchet straps I bought weren't like, I don't know, like a solid piece, if that makes sense. It was like the ratchet part, and then the strap was like completely separate, and it was like, all right, smartass, run the strap through the ratchet part. Here's your some assembly required ratchet straps, and it took me like 30 minutes to get that shit put together and working properly, and then actually ratchet the stupid fucking couch down. I think when it got home, like when we finally got home with it, the cheap ass ratchet part didn't want to come loose. And I was like, well, you know what? I don't ever want to use these ratchet straps again. So I think I just fucking got a knife and cut through the strap. I was like, the next time I need ratchet straps, I'll buy them all over again, and I'll read the fine print next time. I didn't even realize that you could buy ratchet straps that you had to put together before you used them. Totally caught me off guard. But I got a new, nice, comfortable couch out of it, so maybe it was worth it. Can't believe that none of these have gotten smacked with, especially not the Resident Evil 2 ones. So one day my mom picked me up from school. Combination gas station, Taco Bell for some food, and on the corkboard out front there is a printed ad out front. For a beige leather couch that curved in the center. Oh, I gotta see this. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, one of those like elbow like boomerang type couches. So we take a look. It's having to be down the road from us. Gotcha. Yeah, I've always thought about how those would be like nice to have, but they look so like unwieldy. Every time I think about how nice it would be to have one of those, I think about how much of a pain in the ass it would probably be to get it to wherever you wanted it to be. Did I even do what I meant to do with this one? Yes. So we check it out, and the guys are getting ready to move. It was the last day they could hold on to it before sending it to the dump. Okay. How much my mom got it for, but we got it. This feels like major deja vu right now, but that reminds me of a time, this is back when I first moved out of my parents' house for 5 years. Hell yeah! So when I first moved out of my parents' house, and my first apartment, me and my buddy James have been out drinking with my wife, at the time fiance, and some friends. And when we got back to my apartment, the apartment complex across the street, somebody had put a somebody had set a love seat like out like on the curb, right? And they eventually got they eventually got a new one. It's called the shit out of it. Let me keep the middle part. It says a gaming chair. Hell yeah. I don't. When this chair that I'm sitting in finally gives out, and the day can't come soon enough, I've decided that I'm done buying into the stupid, like, chairs sold as gaming chairs hype, because they don't last. They're uncomfortable as hell. A gaming chair is whatever comfortable chair you sit in to play video games, and I should have learned that lesson much sooner. But anyways, yeah, so the apartment complex across the street had set like a love seat out. This ugly ass love seat, this like straight out of like someone's grandma's house. That like you absolutely saw this in someone's grandma's house in like the late 80s, early 90s. And they set it out on the curb. Yeah, I absolutely regret this chair that I'm sitting in right now. But they set this love seat out on the curb. It was ugly as sin, and it was soaking wet. Office chair for mine, I love it to death. That's probably what I'll go for next. But it was this love seat was ugly as sin, and soaking wet because it had been raining. Right, it had been raining. But me and my friend, in our drunken stupor, decided that we absolutely needed this free love seat. Right, so. Still raining, by the way, in the pouring rain, we're hauling this soaking wet fucking love seat into my apartment, right? And this is just like a small, like 2-bedroom apartment, so there's nowhere to put this fucking thing, right? When we get it in there, because it can't go in the broken link, because it can't go in the living room, because that's where the couch that my parents had given me that I already had was. So we're like, oh, it can go in the dining room, but we got to move the dining room table out of the way. So we moved the fucking, with like the door wide open. This had to have been at like 2:30 in the morning, because it would have been after the bar closed. Door's wide open. It's still pissing down rain. The stupid love seat's halfway in the apartment. We're scooting the dining room table and all the chairs into the fucking living room so that we can get this stupid love seat into the corner in the dining room. And by the time all that's said and done, we close the door, lock up. Dining room and chairs are still in the living room, and my friend's like, oh, well, I'm beat. So he just flops down on the soaking wet love seat in the middle of the fucking dining room, passes out immediately, and I'm drunk, so I'm like, sounds good, man. So I just go straight to the couch. Like, after basically, I go under the dining room table, because it's in the way now, because it's in the living room, crawl up onto the couch, and just crash on that couch, and my wife rightfully was like, must have been like, I just can't deal with this right now. So she went and got in the actual bed. And at like 6, 7 in the morning, when my friend wakes up, he's like, why the fuck am I soaking wet? And it's because we brought this stupid fucking love seat into the apartment, soaking wet, and he decided to crash on it in his drunken stupor. And then for like the next 6 months, there's just this fucking love seat sitting in my apartment, because I'm like, I can't put it back out on the curb because the people across the street will know. God damn it. But no, legitimately, I was like, I need to get rid of this, but I can't put it back out on the curb because the people across the street that put it on the curb to begin with will know that I was fucking stupid enough to bring it into my apartment. So it stayed in the goddamn apartment until I moved. Like, until the lease was up, and I was like, all right, well, I don't have to live here anymore, so now it can go to the curb. It was the stupidest thing. In hindsight, I probably could have, like, I don't know, found a way to, like, dry it out or clean it up and been like, oh, who wants to buy this love seat? But no, I just let it sit in my fucking dining room for the rest of the time that I was in that apartment until I moved out and was like, all right, now it can go because I don't want this thing. I have a lot of stories from when I lived in my first apartment, because I didn't end up. I don't know, I feel like I moved out of my parents' house like late, because I think I was like 22 or 23. I don't remember when I moved out of my parents' house. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, considering how people do today, maybe that was early. I don't know. But I had like just moved out of my parents' house, had my first apartment, and I was still this is a weird thing that's been happening where it's like the thumbnail that it thinks is here is absolutely not the thumbnail that it's been using, but whatever. I guess I should double check the thumbnails on these. The chair I currently have. Check that out. But for some reason in my mind, I was like, I'm a free man now. Hold on, you probably don't need that. Which was a... Let's see what we got here. But yeah, I guess I moved out of my parents' house and was immediately of the mentality, it's like, oh, I'm a free man now, which was a completely like wild, like nonsense thing for me to think, because I have a great relationship with my parents, and like I had, like growing up, I had an insane amount of like freedom to basically do whatever like I wanted. Because there were times where like I would, when I was still living with my parents in college, like after I turned 21, when I would go to like the bar, get shit faced, find someone's house in town to crash at, and then just like show up back home at like 6 to 8 in the morning, somewhere in there, and then just have like my dad or whatever be like, oh, long night. No admonishment, no nothing. So I don't know why when I moved out I was like, oh, that looks nice as hell, actually. Looks nice as hell, and they got all kinds of colors. Unironically, this might legitimately be the next chair I get. I just need this one to break. But yeah, I don't know why when I first moved out of my parents' house I was so gung-ho about like, all right, now I can fucking go to the bar every night and do whatever I want. Because it was like I basically could already do whatever I wanted. Like I don't know why I went so hard into it like that. I don't know, some subconscious thing, I guess. But yeah, that first year that I was out of my parents' house, I have all kinds of like wacky drinking stories and adventures from... Oh, I hate that one, actually. Yeah, we'll just stick with this one. Even though it's absolutely not the one it's going to show, but that's fine. But, yeah, from that era of my life, I always tell people it's a genuine miracle that I never got, like... So because mine was sat in Kane's office chair, broke it, so I gave Kane my old one. That's fair. That's a fair and reasonable thing to do, and very kind of you. But no, I always tell people it's a miracle I never got like picked up like on the side of the road by the police and like put in the drunk tank or caught like a public intoxication charge, because there's more than one time, more than 5 times where I would go to the bar, get shit-faced, wander out of the bar, and just pass out somewhere in town. Like, never even make it to the designated friend's house. Nope. Find a nice soft spot on the side of a road and just curl up and go to sleep. And somehow, by some grace of God, some miracle, the police never bothered to be like, all right, maybe we should stop and see why this guy's... All right, that's supposed to be in there. Just chilling out on the side of the road. Never happened. Not once. And it was super wild to me because I went to... It is. I went to college in Murray, Kentucky. I went to Murray State University, and Murray, Kentucky's, I don't know, big thing. Dude, me too. Like 100%. But Murray, Kentucky's big thing because I guess there was like some contest forever ago to find like the quote friendliest town around. And I guess Murray, Kentucky like won that contest or whatever, so they got named the friendliest town in like America. So like on the sign leading into Murray, Kentucky, it's like, oh, the friendliest town around. And having lived in Murray, Kentucky and went to college in Murray, Kentucky, there are some really nice people in that town. To call it the friendliest town around is, I would argue, complete bullshit. Because there were like, you're talking about a dude laying on the side of the road, and one of the times was like, it's like the main road that runs through the middle of town. It's basically like before you get to town, it is basically like the only road out of town, and then it runs through town. It basically becomes major highway basically, and then when it leaves town, it is major highway. And at one point, I was like, in between. There was like a gas station that was like a 10-minute walk from my apartment, and I was at my apartment. I'll tell this story because it's wild. I was at my apartment, and me and my wife got into an argument over something stupid, something that wasn't even worth arguing about. But I was drunk, so I was like unnecessarily like angry about it, and like I was just like, man, this is bullshit. And at like 3 a.m, I was like, I'm mad. I'm not going to bed. And got it in my drunk ass head that I wanted Coca-Cola and those fucking SpongeBob popsicles, right? Which the Huck's gas station, 10-minute walk from my apartment, absolutely sold. They sold both of those things. Those glass bottles of Coca-Cola and SpongeBob popsicles. So I, after she'd already gone to sleep at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I left and I walked to the gas station, and there was an old woman that worked at that gas station. God bless her soul and her heart. She had to deal with me in there drunk more than once, and she was so sweet and so kind, and too kind. I absolutely did not deserve her kindness, I feel, but she was in there that night. I went in there, and this is the part that I do remember. I remember her being like, asking me if I was gonna be okay to get back home, because she knew that I only lived like 10 minutes away from there. And I was like, oh, don't worry about me, ma'am, I'll be fine. So I went in there, I bought a bunch of the fucking glass bottles of Coca-Cola, a bunch of the SpongeBob popsicles. What did I just do? Oh, you get out of here. I don't need that nerd shit. And, you know, talked to that sweet old lady who worked the night shift there. And on the way back, I had a bottle opener that I kept on like my keychain. So walking back, I'm carrying this bag full of these like glass Coca-Cola bottles and SpongeBob popsicles. And I decide that I want Coca-Cola while I'm walking back. So I'm fish a bottle out of the bag. I'm trying to fish my like keys out of my pocket to get my bottle opener while I'm walking back. And like, while I'm trying to juggle all of that, the bottle that I intended to open, I dropped, right? And it hit the pavement and it shattered. And again, I was real drunk, so I just got real sad about it. And I guess the best course of action in that moment for me was to just give up. So I just sat down. I just sat down on the fucking side of what was basically a major highway in between my apartment and this fucking gas station. And I'm going to guess the moment that my ass hit the pavement, I passed out. Because I remember checking the time when I left my apartment, and it was like 3 something in the morning. And when I woke up, it was 5:43. And I only woke up because it started to rain. And like I woke up, the sun is barely coming up, It's starting to rain now. I'm covered in Coca-Cola and broken glass, basically, because I just sat down where the bottle fell. All of my popsicles have melted. And I don't know what the fuck has happened. And that's the one that sticks out in my mind because I know that several cars had to have driven past me. And it sticks in my mind constantly because I'm like, this is the self-purported friendliest town around. And let's be realistic here for a moment. I could have been a fucking corpse. And no one in like a almost 3 hour span. She was asleep. That was the problem. She was asleep. Like, no shade to her. She was 100% asleep, and she had to like get up and go to work. She had to be up at like 6:37 to drive to the town over to be at work at 8 in the morning. But yeah, I know at least one car at some point passed me, and for all anybody knew, I could have been a fucking like corpse, and nobody bothered to stop and check. Nobody bothered to call anybody. I did it again. Nobody in that town gave a shit. So that's why I'm like, I don't know where they get off calling themselves the friendliest town around. But the funny ending to that story involving my wife actually is when I looked at the time, I was like, ah, fuck. Because I knew she was going to be up soon, right? She was going to be getting up soon to go to work. And I was like, I will never hear the end of it if she finds out about this. So I was like, I gotta take stock of whatever the hell is in these bags and whatever the hell happened later. Right now, my main mission has got to be I need to get home. So I get up, I dust myself off or whatever, and I start heading back to the apartment. And I'm not gonna front, I was absolutely still buzzed, right? So, but it was like I gotta get back to the apartment. So I get there. It's like 6 o'clock now, like just barely hit 6 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, perfect. I can get in bed. She'll never know. And that might have worked, except at no point did I think plan to to like change. So I was still sticky from the Coca-Cola and wet from the rain, and that would have been like a red flag, right? But none of that mattered because I got into the bedroom. And, like, I, like, locked onto the bed, and I was like, all right, trajectory locked. And I went to just kind of, which this would have woken her up even had I, like, hit the target. But I went to just kind of, like, fall into the bed. Missed the bed, 100%. Full send, missed the bed. Landed on the fucking floor. Almost took out the fucking nightstand. And, that woke her up. And that kind of gave me away. So none of that even mattered. And and that whole the trajectory was absolutely not locked was the problem. I only thought it was. And that whole saga is definitely, like, I think one of, if not the, like, craziest times that I had. And I don't. The only other one I can think of is one where I did everything exactly like you'd supposed to. We all went to the bar. We had the DD. Our DD drove us back to one of my buddy's places, and we were all just going to crash there. And as soon as I like took everything out of my pockets, put it on the end table, and laid down in where I was sleeping, I like hit the bed. Was there for like 45 seconds and was like, I miss my truck. Because my truck was still sitting in the fucking bar parking lot waiting for me to come pick it up in the morning when I was sober. So I decided I was going to go back to the bar and sleep in the bed of my truck. Left my keys and shit at my fucking friend's house, so that was going to be a walk back to my friend's house when I was done. And it was. But on the way there, they were doing construction on one of the roads that I had to walk down, and they had all those orange barrels everywhere. And on my way back to my truck, I got it in my head that those barrels had like an agenda, and they were out to get me. So I just started like beating the shit out of like every other orange barrel. There were a couple that absolutely made it over, because it ran like it ran like the road ran like perpendicular to like the university's baseball field. A couple of those orange barrels absolutely made it over the fence onto the outfield. But yeah, so that was another time that it's an absolute miracle that none of the police were like, "Hey, you can't be doing that." Yeah, those two times are the most memorable, but definitely the first one where, as you do, definitely the first one where I went on a mission for Coca-Cola and SpongeBob popsicles and did not return from that mission in time to even eat those popsicles. Those were a lost cause, all melted. Trajectory was not locked. I have read it. You go grab yourself a drink and some food, bud. Which one did I just do? I didn't even pay attention. I did this one. Yeah, the one right before Harry Potter. Oh my god, I played fucking Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets at some point. My god. I'll be here. Be here for a little while longer anyways. I'm sure I've been missing some broken links and playlists, but oh, excuse me, rude. I think the main thing was getting rid of that stupid Twitter that's not real anymore. Which one did I just do? I just did this one. This one's next. Nope, that's the one I just did. Shit, I'm gonna grab a drink too, dog. That's the other one. Definitely gotta get rid of. Not that he fucking uses Twitter anymore either. I think he scrolls it every now and then because you do still run into some wild shit on Twitter that you really can't find anywhere else. But he definitely doesn't use it, and I welcome back. I do not remember if I ever asked him if I could even list that fucking Twitter. So definitely gotta get rid of those. I 100% will. Nope, that's not backspace. Yeah, like I said, Just Cause 2 always looked. I haven't been paying attention to these. Normally I name them something like reasonable. Like this is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so it's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, episode 2. underscore 2. But sometimes, especially if like the video when I was editing it gave me any kind of like serious trouble, sometimes these will be like something. Sometimes these will get wild. Sometimes the file name will be something like dumb fucking horse shit or something like that. I'm sure you can probably relate. I'll do that a lot with file names. If whatever it is gives me like trouble, didn't matter if it was a fucking video that I was working on or a fucking essay that I had to write for school. If it gave me trouble or was like a pain in the ass, it was getting a vulgar file name. I only ever had one professor ask me about the file name, and I was like, well, you know what? Be very professional with my video file names now. Music projects. I mean, I feel that. I think I just like. Oh hell yeah! I cannot wait. I think, funnily enough, when I like name when I'll name things like I don't know which one it is, but I know at least one of these at some point was named. Excuse me, that was rude. And I quote, "fuck shit, stupid pain in the ass." I do it just assuming that no one's ever gonna see it, even though there's like anything that gets put on the internet for the most part is not private or safe. There's absolutely a way for people to dig into things. So it's like, no one will ever see this. And then someone's like, wanna bet? How many times am I gonna click on that? This one. I like the one right above "there's something here." Yeah, that's just how files be sometimes. Where will this open? Over there, which is not where I need it. Let's see if I have any crazy files in here anywhere. They would be on the expansion drive. Oh, good. Drive not responding. And also there we go. A drive not responding, and also I fucking blocked the chat like a moron. There we go. Oh, did I not save the changes? My bad. I don't know if I have any of the really good ones anymore. I wasn't sure how many, if any, you wanted me to say out loud, but I did also appreciate new thing, parentheses, gay. Yeah, no, all of these are boring. Gotcha. Okay. All of these are boring except for this one, and this isn't even. Oh, and this isn't even my video. This is a. It's a video that was. It's a fucking YouTube poop. That was on YouTube forever ago, like early 2000s, like 2009 or something. Proper song title, Word Salad. The only crazy thing I have currently, because I think all the really crazy ones are on an old hard drive that only comes to life when the planets align. The only crazy one that I can find on here right now is it's literally a YouTube poop that I remember watching when I was an adolescent in like 2009. And it's literally the dumbest thing. It's just somebody dubbed over that episode of SpongeBob, Grandma's Kisses. And then the whole thing is just a bunch of like vulgar nonsense. But at the risk of being an asshole that says this word in a live stream, but it's necessary to explain the joke. The opening title card, where it shows the title card for the episode, Grandma's Kisses or whatever, the guy dubbing it goes, "Grandma's Kisses, you faggot." And it got re-uploaded to you. It got taken down and then re-uploaded to YouTube like 3 years ago, and I happened to find it, and I was like, this was the funniest thing. I better save it before it gets taken down again. So I saved it to my computer, and that's apparently what I titled it. Was the first line in the video was like, yeah, that's what I'll title this. Because that's the first thing that's said in the video. Why not? And that's just the title for that, and I forgot that I had that. It's literally one of the dumbest videos, but they're... I forgot where in the video it happens, but I think I've clicked on this like 3 times. West for Blue Die. After that one. There's... Me and my cousin and my brother will still quote this sometimes, but there's a point in the video where it's when the part of the episode where like SpongeBob's in the Krusty Krab, he's got like the lipstick mark from where his grandma kissed him on the forehead or whatever, and like everyone's there laughing at him, and I forget what he says in the actual episode, but in the fucking YouTube poop, he just like whips around, and the guy dubbing it just goes, "What the fuck would Kevin Bacon do?" And me and my cousin still quote that about shit all the time. Whenever we're playing a game, especially like if it's like survival crafting and like shit's going down, one of us will look at the other one and just be like, "What the fuck would Kevin Bacon do?" That's just one of those dumbass things where you're like, we didn't know we were making memories. All we knew is that we were having fun. You know what? I will do that right now. I don't know if this will... Hell, you know what? It might still be on YouTube somewhere for all I know. I haven't looked in a while. I just know that I saved it because I wanted to have it if it ended up not on YouTube anymore. Is this the one? Hold on a sec, this might be the one.
Alright, fucking deal with it, fucking bitch. Alright, fucking...
Okay, I did find the one, but it's got the... It doesn't have the best part at the beginning, which was the whole... It doesn't have the thing that made me name the file, so I'm gonna send you the one I have, because it absolutely does have that part. the hell did I put it? Gotta go back into it. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Fuck, I just reopened Discord. I just reopened Discord to try and send this to you, and I saw the one. I saw Child's Island, and where he said this one didn't age well. Fuck, man, no, it didn't. But hey, that's not your fault. Yes, the video's back up. You get out of here. Raw files, me, captures. I bet. Yeah, fucking. This file exceeds the size limit. Nah, go fuck yourself. That's the one that jumped out to me. It's the most topical, and objectively, it's the funny. It's the funniest. It's gonna be. Why is it the thing not showing now? I'm absolutely back where it needs to be. What the hell? I can see like an arrow, like my mouse up here. What the fuck? What happened? There we go. That was so weird. What can I do behind the scenes over here for a minute? How about... There's absolutely no chance in hell that this will work, but we're gonna try it. That's set up too. I don't know how big this thing is, but this might actually work. Guess I can check properties. Oh my god, this is gonna work, isn't it? This is gonna work. It's gonna send this way. I'm sending it through Messenger because that's the easiest way I could do it. Because Discord, I don't have Discord Nitro anymore, so Discord won't let me send it. But for some reason, you can upload files up to 100 megabytes in Messenger for some godforsaken reason. So that's on its way. And it is objectively one of the dumbest fucking things, but it made me laugh when I was a kid, and it made me laugh at least 6 years ago at on Friday, June 5th, 2020 at 5:44 a.m. when I apparently saved it to this hard drive. So, do with that what you will. Oh, it sent sure that's not a thing that any of us will regret. I don't know. There's something like super. I don't know. I don't know if pure is the right word. It absolutely isn't objectively, but pure about old, like first days of YouTube poops. They're like shit posting before there was even shit posting. It's like the hieroglyphics of shit posting. I feel like if you asked anybody that was around when YouTube first launched, that was there at the beginning, I think all of those people probably have a favorite YouTube poop. Something went wrong while displaying this webpage. That happened in real time. And we're back. I think everybody that was back during like the start of YouTube has a favorite YouTube poop, and I think everybody has a different favorite one because there were objectively so many. Oh, now we're back in the wrong spot. I gotta go all the way back through. That's frustrating. Oh well. But they were fun and they were funny, and I think stuff like that is, even if it's like subconsciously, I think stuff like that is probably the reason that any of us still bother. Because anytime, like even what I'm doing now, trying to see if it'll fucking bite and age restrict another video like this for no reason, even though that's super frustrating, it's like, yeah, I'll keep making videos. It's fun. If something was fun once, you hold out hope that maybe it can be again. It worked for Resident Evil. There's no reason it can't work for YouTube. Yeah, okay, so that was the last one that I did. I keep scrolling way too far. Man, it does not feel that long ago since I played through the Tasmanian Tiger with James. It feels like it was yesterday, but nope, that was apparently 6 years ago. What the hell? This is like a fucking... You could like superimpose Alex Jones's face over mine and you'd never be able to tell the difference. What the fuck is this thumbnail? I'm gonna go with well, that's not the one that's showing, so I guess we'll leave it. It's fine. Oh, did you watch it? It's like it's the dumbest thing in the world, but there are parts that make me chuckle. also like going back and finding the videos where it's like I was absolutely like lazy with like the thumbnail or something, like Comic Zone. It's like just upload the fucking cover art, bring out the colors on the only part that has color a little bit, make them pop a little bit more. Job's a good one. That's one dude's Bionicle videos. Day COVID-19. That's some vlogs. Auto generated. Was that the name of the video? Charlie Kirk? Oh no, that's the okay. I would, bro. The amount of shit that has happened in like the last 5 months, I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he was still alive and just legit just reviewing Bionicle on on YouTube for no reason. Oh no. Nothing good can come of... Is it still saving? Alright, well I guess I'll be patient. Nothing good can come of Alex Jones being brought up reminding you of something. His name Noah Greenwald, I think, and his videos on Bionicle are peak. I do miss Bionicle, so I'm probably gonna have to check that out now. What the fuck happened here? This just freeze the fuck up? Discard changes? Yeah, I guess. I'll just do this all over again. Oops. It's the government. They're trying to take me out. Save. Changes saved. Noah Greenspan. Got it. Pull up my other YouTube tab that I got over here. Nope, didn't need new tab, just needed a new YouTube tab. Noah Greenspan Bionicle. And I will leave that there for tomorrow. Alright, so I'm gonna guess that these... So it told me change is saved, but then it's like not... That's not being real. So if it's going to be doing that now, then that might be... Okay, change is saved. But everything's still grayed out. Okay, so I guess we're at that point where I've done too much too quickly. YouTube probably thinks I'm a robot or something. Like what happened with that fucking Twitter I tried to set up. Oh, fuck. I completely... I forgot about this video. Hang on. We're, if you'll indulge me, I'm gonna play this one because I forgot about this fucking...
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open.
video I uploaded. This is the stupidest fucking thing.
Oh,
But it's so goddamn funny.
There we are. Hell of a lot easier to do when the lock isn't on the other side.
The hell? Lights out!
It's so fucking funny. Oh, I'm glad that this gave me like a back arrow on the mouse, but it's not even gonna work. Fascinating. Oh, that's why, because there's nowhere to go back to. Lights out. Bow. I forgot I uploaded that. Well, maybe if I guess I can try this. If I can refresh it. See if that gives me what I want. Oh, well, that just reset me. least just wanted to finish the page that I was on. Because I should probably go to bed soon. It's like 3:30 my time. I gotta work tomorrow. Granted, I don't have to be at work until 1 in the afternoon, but still, some sleep is better than no sleep, usually. All right, so this was the one that wasn't working like initially, but maybe it'll work now because I refreshed the page. Yep, now it's working. Perfect. Oh, I just realized you're probably sending me shit in fucking Discord. My dumbass is sitting. Yeah, 11 new messages. Such a fucking moron. I'm sitting here waiting for shit and yeah, there it is. You should check your Discord. I'm sitting here waiting for shit in chat and just fucking realized. Now, can I see when this was? Nope. Nope, I don't want to do any of that. Nope, that's not any of what I want to do. I was trying to see if I could see when the comments in chat were posted, because I'm like, oh, maybe I can use the timestamps to figure out which one lines up with I caught your Alex Jones comment and it reminded me. Which one of these is Alex Jones related? It took me way too long. Listen to watch now, but I'd love to hear your reaction to the 2 clips. I'm assuming the 2 that you just sent. So yeah, I got time for that. Fuck it. It took me way too long to realize you were sending me shit in fucking Discord.
Why are we trying to get lifted up to the higher level? Why are we trying to get lifted up to the higher level?
I fucking love the scream fade outs. And then second one.
Which?
There's nothing like that's fucking brilliant. Yeah, I thought that was you that screamed and got cut off. And then the second one, there's nothing funnier than hearing somebody like scream and being like, ah, that was genuine fear. Which is why I keep playing horror games. Because every now and then one will get me, and I get to be like, all right, so where am I stopping? September 1999, because now I've just remembered something that I've got to bring up. There's nothing like being like, ah, that was real fear. Go to my cousin and find that clip of when we played Lethal Company with mods. We were playing Lethal Company with mods, and the only downside is I was like a dumbass. I was not recording this, or this absolutely would be on my channel. And unfortunately, my cousin wasn't recording audio, so you can't hear him actually dying, struggling to breathe because of how fucking funny this was. But we were playing Lethal Company with mods, and one of the mods was a Roomba landmine, like Roomba Claymore mod. One of our buddies tried to warn us about it, and then one of my other friends, Josh, who I've known since high school, who's actually one of the ones I started this channel with, showed up with the most cosmically funny thing possible and almost actually fucking killed us. Oh yeah, no, that's legit then. I also would have been equally as scared. But no, I gotta play this because it's so fucking funny. This is from the perspective of my cousin. I'm the one dressed like a fucking SCP guard wearing the goddamn red and blue 3D glasses and the jester hat.
The Roomba. Roomba. Hi, Roomba. Hi.
I haven't seen the Roomba yet. Oh, cool. You found one too?
Hey, you may want to move. There's a Roomba following me from the kitchen, okay? Ooh-wee, you're such a body, Holly. I was not expecting that at all. Just hear.
We're expecting a fucking Roomba mine, and my friend Josh just comes sprinting out of the goddamn darkness with the fucking Weezer guitar. This, the part of us laughing in this clip was only like 20 seconds long, but I assure you it went on for like 3 minutes. That was the only time I actually thought I was about to pass out from laughing. It was so fucking funny. What do you mean connect to the internet? Well, that's not good. I was like, am I not streaming? What the hell is happening? And I'm fucking back at the start. All right. Well, I know where I ended. I'll write it down just in case. Oh my god, this pen. September 1999. Oh, I just thought of another fucking stupid ass moment that is also on my cousin's channel. There's a clip that didn't get recorded in There's a clip that didn't get recorded during my why did I go straight back to YouTube? I wanted this. Didn't get recorded during my playthrough of The Forest, but I know he recorded it. It was when we were all trying to do all the shit to beat the game. Same friend, Josh, love him to death. He's unintentionally one of the funniest motherfuckers I know. Decided to ignore everything we were trying to do and go find this fucking giant Leonardo da Vinci-ass tower schematic so that we could all have gliders. And this was the inaugural test.
Put my rebreathing. There we go.
There's a bush in the freaking water. Like stuff you can eat out, like eat off of in the water.
It's okay. The bush always needs to be wet.
The bush needs to be wet. Okay.
All right, here I go, guys. Here I go. What the fuck?
What timing? That was okay. That timing was amazing.
And needless to say, it took us a little while to figure out the fucking gliders. I should get those goofballs on the horn and see if they want to do Sons of the Forest before The Forest 3 comes out. Especially since that's the whole reason we played through The Forest and I recorded it, was because that was back when the Sons of the Forest was about to come out. So we were like, oh, we should play through The Forest before the Sons of the Forest comes out. And then we did that, and then the Sons of the Forest came out, and then we played it for like 2 hours and never again. Oh, fuck. He's just fucking slowly meandering up the stairs. Just so he can immediately crash and burn into the tower. Every time I rewatch it, I'm like, I know how the forest can be sometimes, so I really wish that the impact would have destroyed the tower, because that would have been fucking incredible. Oh, really? Then maybe we should play Sons of the Forest before the Forest 3 comes out. Because all the times I did play Sons of the Forest, like, I played it once with everybody and once with just my cousin and my wife. And I remember both times I played it, they were all trying to do, like, the serious, like, base building thing. It's like, alright, we need a base so that we can, like, have a place to store our things, then we can plan and prep, and then go explore and go in the caves. And I didn't do none of that. I just decided I was just going to explore. And apparently, at least from my personal experience, that's the proper way to play Sons of the Forest, because I was like, alright, you guys build the base, I'm gonna go pick berries and shit. And what turned into a berry picking adventure turned into me coming back with, I was like, hey, they were like, where you been? And I was like, oh, I found a fucking gun. I found, like, all kinds of, like, cool shit, some grenades, some flares. I found this cool, like, little, like, unicycle Segway thing. There's a golf cart over here if you want one. I hope I didn't just spoil anything, but yeah, no, if you just wander and explore in the Sons of the Forest, there's some wacky shit in Sons of the Forest. In my personal experience, that's the way to do it. But yeah, Sons of the Forest would be amazing. Yeah, no, there's a golf cart that you can find. I forget where it is, but there is a golf cart just, like, abandoned in the middle of the fucking woods. I'd be 100% down. I mean, I'm usually 100% down for playing, like, whatever, but I'd totally be down for Sons of the Forest. That would be nuts. Especially since I have been wanting to do Sons of the Forest. I keep needing to finish these two up, but this one I haven't beaten. I need to man mode my way through it, and because I keep playing until some stupid bullshit happens, and then being like, alright, well, this is stupid bullshit, so I need to step away. And if I keep doing that, this fucking stupid series that I started over a year ago is never getting finished. And then this one's fucking evergreen, but but yeah, I'm 100% down for Sons of the Forest. So if anybody else is, if you want to ask anyone else if they're also down for Sons of the Forest, then, or if you just want to do it. Like 4 years from when Minecraft came out. That could be fun. I'd be down for that would be pretty crazy. I'm 100% down for it however it happens, but I am down for it regardless. Also, speaking of Minecraft, I don't remember when I first played Minecraft. I know it was before, like, the full release, when it was still in beta. The time I met him, it took him, I think, 7 years for him to play it with me. Gotcha. I'll go through I know the first time I played Minecraft was when it was still in beta, but I'll go through periods every couple of years where I'll play a shitload of Minecraft. I'm actually currently in one of those. That's what spawned this video, like this idea. And it's just I love this one because it's more proof that despite how long I've done this, I don't understand the algorithm. You think you do, but you don't. I figured that this might have a chance because I was like, 2.3 on my dad's laptop. Hell yeah. So I wonder if this will pull up on here. But when I made this video, I was like, oh, this might do some numbers. Playing the Minecraft 1.0 beta in 2026, that sounds like something that would grab attention. And then it popped off slightly, and I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. All right, well, I guess I'll do another one. 46 views. And I was like, what the fuck does the algorithm want from me, man? And I thought my life was a creepypasta. So I'm not gonna front with you. Playing this for this video, the Minecraft 1.0 beta, I 100% understand how fucking Herobrine and all that other stuff like took off. It makes it. It's unironically like super creepy, but at the risk of getting my updating the launcher, well, that's not what I needed. Hopefully it goes fast. At the risk of getting my fucking Microsoft account stolen or something, to show you what I found out you can do, and how I did that video is apparently you can just go to, as soon as this loads, you can just go to the Java edition of Minecraft, and you can go to installations, and you do new installation, and then you just pick whatever fucking version of Minecraft you want, like whatever snapshot, whatever like literally whatever version of Minecraft you want, all the way back to like the OG, and you can just fucking play any of them. Actually, that's how I was like, I'll do the beta 1.0. That sounds like fun. So if you wanted to do alpha 1.2.3, it's right here, bud. You can absolutely go just go play alpha 1.2.3. It's like you just click it, and then you alpha, yes, and then you just hit install, and it takes care of everything for you. Oh, gotcha, cool. Yeah, I like I said, I only found this out like on a whim. I was like, is there a way to play the older versions of Minecraft? And apparently Microsoft isn't like 100% L's yet, because you can just do this natively in the Minecraft launcher, like without any like extra hoops to jump through. Like it goes back all the way back to nonsense install. I understand. I'm gonna open this up because when I say nonsense, I mean nonsense. And it plays without issue. It goes back to when it was just, hey, here's a flat open plane, click and you place these fucked up looking cobblestone blocks. Click the other one and it deletes them. Merry Christmas. That's it. That's the game. The window just says game. For all I know, Cave Game is buried in here somewhere. How far down did this even go? It's a lot farther than I thought it would. And we're leaving the world. Yeah, if you just wanted to go all the way back to when there's absolutely nothing, you can. Yeah, no, that's why I was saying it's so wild that this is literally just in the Minecraft launcher. For like all the wacky stuff that they've added since Microsoft took over, for everything that Minecraft has become, you just boot up the launcher, you just click on installations, new installation, and you just pick whatever the hell you want, and it all runs. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that was just Cave Game. So yeah, no, Cave Game is even buried in here. It's just here. You can literally play like any version at any point, any snapshot. Like as far as I know, it's all here. So, and you literally don't have to jump through like any hoops to do it. It's actually kind of insane. Because like you can see the ones that like I toyed around with, and other than these two, I named them accordingly, so I knew what was what. And then if you like don't want it anymore, just delete, and it takes care of it. Hit delete. Sure you want to delete? Yep. And then that takes care of it, so it's not like you don't have to jump through anything to like get it off your hard drive or anything. That's what I'm saying. Rare W Microsoft. They're not all L's yet. But yeah, because I wanted to do like a video on the beta of Minecraft and be like, I wonder what that would be like playing the beta in 2026. So I went to Google and I was like, all right, how much of a headache is this going to be? And a quick Google search was like, what do you mean you can just do that through the Minecraft launcher? And I thought it was bullshit until I came and looked and I was like, oh my god, you can just do that through the Minecraft launcher. Holy shit. Yeah, so if you're ever just hankering for an older version of Minecraft, just go for it. It's just here. And I think that's fucking crazy. Oh, can you? Oh, cool. You can even pick your own flavored block for the icon. I didn't even realize that until I just happened to see the drop down arrow. Sweet. Check Discord one more time. Coming right up, Chief. Oh hell yeah, that looks crazy. So is it? Well, I guess it would have to be, right? If there's a, or maybe it's not. Would that make it like constantly dark? Since there's just a bedrock layer in the sky, or would the day-night cycle still even work properly? You know what? I'm gonna boot up the beta really quick since it won't take that long, so I can show you how fucking ridiculous this is. Cause I'm in a cave. All right, well then, we'll just start a new one. It will take no time. But I didn't realize until I played with the controls that when you load in, if you hit F, it turns fog on. And the levels of fog you can turn on are fucking oppressively broken. So if you had like a potato PC and you were playing the beta of Minecraft like this, then abso-fucking-lutely, not pitch black but darker than the overworld, nether darkness. Okay, that would be cool actually. But yeah, if you had a potato PC back in the day and you were playing the beta of Minecraft and you had to play it like this with the fog turned all the way on so that it would run at a reasonable frame rate, abso-fucking-lutely I can understand why people were like, when somebody brought up Herobrine, people were like, oh yeah, no, I buy that. Minecraft's 100% haunted. Because like, you got this, or you've got, yeah, alright, there's a fucking demon over there for sure. And I had completely forgotten about it. I had forgotten how oppressive the fog actually was. It's wild to me. But anyways, yeah, as you can see here, I've got CurseForge installed. I've been toying around with Minecraft mods for the first time because I finally, after 9-10 fucking years, got a PC that won't melt if I happen to say the word Minecraft shader in the same room as it. But yeah, sounds good. I was about to say it is now 4 a.m. So I gotta get some sleep. I don't need a lot of sleep, but I gotta get some sleep. Mods are super fun. Mods are crazy fun. I had never been able to play Minecraft with mods before, but now I can, and I'm catching up. I'm making up for lost time, let me tell you. Yeah, well, I never really got like big into mods like at all because I got into PC gaming late. Like I got my first gaming PC as a like a present from my dad when I graduated college. That was my gift for graduating college was he got me a gaming PC. And so I would have been like I don't know, in my younger than 25 but older than 22 at the time. So I'm slowly being like, "Oh, mods are sick." But yep, you have a good night, team man. I'll talk to you later. And yeah, I guess we'll talk about the Sons of the Forest because that sounds like a hell of a time, like legitimately. Hell yeah, same here. You too, man. I'll hit you up later sometime because we absolutely gotta. Even if we're not doing fucking Sons of the Forest for recording, we absolutely gotta play more shit together. It's been way too long. I think we've both been too busy, but I'll talk to you later, bud. Take it easy.